Hello and welcome. Today's reading will be for Leo for March 2023. Welcome to the table, Leo. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'm an intuitive reader and I read in real time. I have also pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. The crystals on my table have been in the salt bath, so they're all nice and clean. Flowers are from my garden. I do hope you enjoy them. And I have used the gong to clear this energy here off the table, to clear the cards and to put protection on the table for myself and for you. Okay, so hopefully everything will go well. You will notice that some of the cards now have stickers on them. I have put those stickers in places that I felt may offend people, and for people who have issues with nudity. So I wasn't very happy about having to do that, but I felt that it was necessary. So you just bear with me with the cards, and it doesn't seem to have made any difference in the shuffling, so that's quite good. Okay, let's start this reading. First card out. Two of Swords in the upright position. King of Wands in the reverse position. The Hierophant in the upright position. Nine of Wands in the upright position. And the Hermit in the reverse position. Three of Swords in the reverse position on the bottom row. Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. Five of Cups in the reverse position. And Strength. Leo, Strength. Wonderful. In the upright position, last card out. I'll show you the bottom of the deck. Okay, looks like the Queen of Cups in the upright position, which is a lovely energy. So I'll pull those down just a little, make some room. Okay, I'm pleased to see that you've got Strength on the table, Leo. That is your card, so it's good to see that by the end of March you'll be in a position of strength, so that's lovely. Okay, I'll talk about these cards now. So we've got the Two of Swords. As you can see, this has a cold and clinical energy to it. This is analytical rather than having any passion involved in the card. This is not about money. This is just about thinking, listening to your intuition, taking your time. As you can see, she's sitting down quietly and calmly. She has her eyes shut, has a blindfold on. So it's asking you just to think without having like a list in front of you so much. As more just using your intuition to mentally go through the process and allowing your subconscious mind to speak to you. So if you do have a decision to make, take your time about that decision. Give yourself enough space and enough opportunity to reflect on what it is you are thinking about. This is a beautiful card. I love the portrayal of this card, King of Wands. So this is highly creative, highly fertile, highly imaginative, able to execute what they want to execute, able to put their passion into their love if they so wish. This is someone who is fertile and passionate and loving as well in a sexual way, but also able to manifest what they want. As you can see, this person, this person has an inquiring mind. This person will look at all manner of things in the world. They will like arts, they will like mysteries, they will like all of those things that expand their mind. As you can see, they're holding the wand. They have the all-seeing eye here, and they are manifesting the energy in a flow. So these people allow the energy to flow. So in the reverse position, perhaps not allowing the energy to flow sufficiently, perhaps trying to control the energy too much, okay, rather than allowing the energy to flow. And, allowing the energy to flow includes dreaming, lucid dreaming, relaxing sufficiently so that you can just daydream and look at the beauty of life, watch the trees blowing, watch the waves rolling in, just watching the birds fly across the sky and just watching the clouds drifting across the sky. So that is that energy there of allowing the flow to go gently with the flow. Here we've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is normally a teacher or a spiritual teacher, a guru, somebody who can counsel you, somebody who is a leader. So this has leadership qualities, this has traditional qualities. So the aspects of this card are leadership and tradition and establishment and a spiritual foundation. So that card is there, so I gather that this is an important aspect of your life at the moment. Maybe it's asking you, the card perhaps is asking you to reconsider or to think about or to spend some time considering what your spiritual values are in this life. What is important to you spiritually? What is it that helps you to expand your mind and helps you, that makes you feel one with the cosmos and helps you feel one with humanity? When we're in that space of complete spiritual acceptance, our mind expands and our heart expands, and we feel love for all of humanity and for all of creation. Here we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is traditionally about almost coming to the completion of a project. But you can see the journey has been long and arduous. It's taken considerable amount of energy. You often don't have much energy left by the time you're getting to the Nine of Wands. You've had a lot of challenges on the way. As you can see right at the back, we've got the black and white towers and the checkerboard effect. These are the challenges that you've had on your way. The lightning is striking the tree in one instance here, so you know you've had your calamities, your catastrophes, you've had your difficult times on this journey. So you're not far to go. You've only got a little bit more push to make it through to the end. Okay, so that can mean you've had the Eight of Wands before, perhaps a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things to try and control all at once, too many things, too many projects on the go, or just too much of one project on the go. So, you know, you've now reached the Nine of Wands, you're coming towards the end. We've got the Hermit here, and in this case it's shown as a woman, which is unusual because they normally show an old man. She's coming out of her cave. So somebody who has undergone, it's suggesting or referring to someone who's undergone a period of reflection, meditation, perhaps a retreat, somewhere who's gone on a bit of a spiritual journey to consider what is important in their life. So this is asking you, if you haven't already done so, that perhaps maybe you take some time out to go quietly within and stop and meditate, perhaps if you're into meditation or yoga. Perhaps take a weekend away just to relax the mind and to allow some regeneration, to allow some of that creative flow of energy to pass through your body. You do have the Hierophant here, so the Hierophant and the Hermit, hand in hand, even the King of Wands. Again, this is mystical. This can be mystical teachings and learnings. You know, people who are involved with the mysteries of life. So, you know, they've got the mysteries and the spiritual aspect both on the table, and the Hermit, which is the individual participating in both of those scenarios. So your mystical journey or your spiritual journey, and this is you as the individual being called to participate in that journey. We've got the Three of Swords. So this is in the reverse position. Perhaps you're just coming out of a situation where you've had some pain or some loss or some suffering. Maybe it was as a consequence of this decision you needed to make. But this is a separation, as you can see, pain in the heart and a separation. So normally the threes would be a collaboration, and in this case it would be the reverse, so a separation of some sort of pain or loss. Now here we have the Four of Pentacles. Now traditionally the Four of Pentacles would be about money coming towards you, security, values, wealth, assets, home life, all of those things that are important in your daily life that make you feel secure, that make you feel wealthy. Now, it's in the reverse aspect, and the little girl here, she's calmly playing with the pentacles. Does she know the value of those pentacles? Probably not. Is she being casual with those pentacles? Probably. And she could potentially lose a pentacle. So perhaps you are in an aspect of having lost some money, or perhaps the money is not worth what it used to be, and that could be in the economic climate today. That can be quite difficult. So the Four of Pentacles would normally be worrying about hanging on too tightly to the money or not utilising the money properly. In this case, perhaps you have lost some of your security or some of your assets or some of your investments. Here's one of these cards that I have doctored, but it's pure, and I thought I'd try to do the best I could with the card to at least put some humorous spin on some of it, because some people are apparently quite offended by nudity. So I thought, well, I'll take that into my own hands. I'm sorry to the artist who created these beautiful images, but you know, I have to do what I have to do. Okay, so Two of Pentacles. This is a little bit of juggling. This is a little bit of consideration how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to invest your money, how do I get the best out of what I've got. So this is a juggling situation. It's in the reverse aspect. So you know, this is sort of got the lemniscate, the infinity symbol here. All things are possible. This can be a bit of a struggle. This can be sort of changing your mind frequently, not being certain about one aspect, and then you believe it for one day and you don't believe it the next. So this can be this sort of a juggling. As you can see, she's standing on a ball or the world and holding a ball above her. So this is a situation of this finding harmony again, because balls and round images in the tarot symbolize harmony. So perhaps not being able to find this harmony, this lovely balance that's required in our life. And that could be, again, you can see the harmony in the background here. You've got this sort of Buddha figure here sitting in the harmony figure behind. So perhaps you're not able to find this spiritual harmony that you're seeking. We've got the Five of Cups. So some regrets. It's in the reverse position. Some regrets, some losses, some grieving, some pain. Again, you've got the pain and suffering here. Perhaps you've undertaken a journey with someone and it's been quite a long relationship. And you've made the decision to end this relationship. That's possible, or someone has ended it for you. Because this card is also a bit of a long journey, so it does feel like that perhaps if it was a relationship that's come to an end, that it's been quite a long-standing relationship. It does look like there's some grief and loss and sadness. Sometimes when you're in that situation, when you're weary from the journey, when you've gone through a heartbreak, when you can't find your balance, then it's very difficult to think positively about anything that might be in those remaining cups, okay? And the cups are on the other side of the river. She needs to cross that river. So she needs to cross that flow of emotion. This is emotion. The water represents emotion. So only when you're ready to be able to, when you've actually cried enough, when you've talked your way through that scenario of loss, when you've told your friends about it, when you've gone through that healing process within. Once you've done that, then you can start to look for the opportunity. But while you stay on this side of the river, when you're deep in that emotional pain, it's very difficult to find your way across. There is a tiny bridge here, but it's very hard to find your way across when you're deep in that emotional pain. But Leo, look what we've got here. We have got strength. Full of fiery energy, passion for life once again. This, you know, you lose your passion for life when you're grieving. You don't care about anything. You just lose your enthusiasm about everything. You become apathetic. Nothing holds any sense of appeal anymore. It's just, you just feel like you're going through the daily motions of walking along a long and long and long path. So that is kind of what it's like when you're in the state of grief or regret or loneliness or even guilt. It's a long path. But perhaps if you undertake this moment, this time of reflection, to just allow, to go somewhere and just allow everything to come towards you, allow those emotions to come towards you, allow the thoughts to come towards you, just allow everything to wash over you, and cry when you need to cry, scream when you need to scream. You know, that's when you can finally find a position of strength again. So that's a lovely, lovely energy. We've got the Queen of Cups. So this is a beautiful energy. This is a loving woman, somebody who allows the energies to flow, who allows her love to flow. She gives love and receives love. This is somebody who can give and receive love. This is someone who knows exactly how to express her love, her kindness, her generosity, and her sexuality. So that is a beautiful energy there on that card. Okay, I'm going to clarify these cards now with another deck of cards, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more insight as to what's going on. But it does look like you've had some suffering here, and it looks like even perhaps a little bit of financial loss. Perhaps that's possible, financial loss. Some separation, or that can be a separation of a relationship. It can also be separation that you experience after the death of someone, because again you have this pain of the separation that hits your heart, but it's only showing the heart. So I'll assume that it's a separation rather than a death, because death is not on the table. Okay, let's have a look. And I was going to say, it's very hard. Can you see the flame there? Sometimes when you're going through this grieving or this loneliness or this, this regret, whatever this can be, the regret, loneliness, grief, it's very difficult to keep any, as I said before, it's very difficult to keep any passion. Now the fire is represented by passion. Very difficult to find any passion or enthusiasm, okay? And perhaps that's showing here that you have limited enthusiasm for continuing, and possibly a lot of sadness. So let's have a look at the Two of Swords. This is the Dancing in the Deck tarot that I'll be using for the overlay cards. Again, these have quite dark pictures on them, but the designer of these cards has the intention that you look at where the light falls to see where the hope is, and where the passion for life is, and where the opportunities are. Okay, I have put some stickers on these cards to cover nudity. Okay, we have got the Hierophant here in the reverse position. Okay, and now for those of you who've been watching my channel already for a little while, you'll already know that when I find the Hierophant in the reverse position, I always get a very strong negative feeling. And that is because, again, I always feel that anyone in a position of power or authority needs to hold themselves to a higher standard than those people who don't have power and authority. And that's rarely found these days. I mean, it's like our political leaders or our spiritual leaders or our teachers. They have people who are subordinate to them, and therefore they are representing the people. So therefore I feel, this is a personal opinion, my personal opinion is that those people should have a higher standard of ethics than anyone else. But that seems to have disappeared out of the world. Now these are the keys of knowledge. He's showing his authority. He's offering a benediction and a blessing. It's in the reverse aspect. So I'm assuming that he is not living, this person here is not living up to the standards they should be living. Let's just have a look. This can also be a marriage separation, okay, because it's on the Two of Swords. So a breakup of a marriage. I'm definitely getting, pardon me, this is the cross here. Symbolically, if this woman is sitting here with the swords, she has got these swords across her chest. These are the cross, so this can mean a cutting and a breaking up. So I'm assuming this is a marriage that is falling apart or has fallen apart. This is definitely the strong energy I'm feeling here. Okay. Right, let's have a look at this Three of Swords. Oh no, we're going across, aren't we? King of Wands. Let's have a look at this King of Wands in the reverse aspect. Okay, so this is the High Priestess. Put that there. I'll keep laying the cards out and I'll talk about them as I move along. So the High Priestess, so this is a higher calling, a spirituality, again a higher calling, a little bit like this. So this can be a separation that leaves you feeling like your vows have been broken and perhaps even your spiritual commitment has been broken. Let's have a look at the Hierophant. Okay, needing a period of rest in the church again. So this is again a sort of in the sanctum, in a church perhaps, or a chapel, someone taking some state of rest, putting the swords down, no more arguing, the deed is done, whatever is done, now you need the time to rest and adjust and regain your strength. Okay, let's have a look at the Nine of Wands. Okay, Ace of Wands, so this is finding this new energy, this new creative project, this new enthusiasm. So it does look like you will find that soon, because this is divine. This is divine assistance coming. This is enthusiasm and creativity and passion. So it does look like that will come to you again soon. It does look like you have a little way to go, because we've got the Nine of Wands underneath, so a little way to go yet. And then soon you'll have this beautiful new enthusiasm, this new passion for life coming in, perhaps a passion for a project and perhaps even a new love. Let's have a look at the Hermit in the reverse position. Oops. Well, actually, it was rather interesting because the Hermit's fallen out. I'm going to take the Hermit. I was just about to say something about the Hermit card. The symbol of the wand is often about sexual passion. So you can see here there's only one wand here of sexual passion left. All the rest are sort of depleted and dead, and the flame has gone out. In this scenario here, you can see the sexual passion in the wand. He's retreated in to do his spiritual thing. The flame has gone out of the wand. This is a dry stick, so to speak. So this is not flaming passion. This is a dry energy here. This is an energy of not thinking about sex. This is an energy about thinking about spiritual matters. So as you can see, this is where it's talking about sexuality. Perhaps you meet someone new, and in this case it's the Queen of Cups, so in that case I guess the scenario would be a male and a woman, but as I said, they're gender neutral, and I make no judgment about relationships, okay? I'm not going to go into the details, but there's no judgment on who I'm talking about, okay? Now in this case the Hermit came out, and as you can see, the light there is in his lamp. He came out in the upright position. So again, this is going within and, you know, leaning on the staff if necessary for support while you undertake this deep introspection. It is under the Nine of Cups, which was in the reverse position. So perhaps, you know, that was quite hidden, but I'm going to mention it there. So wishes coming true in the reverse position. Normally I would refer to the negative aspect of the Nine of Cups could be smugness, but perhaps not getting everything you wish for. Let's have a look. So that was kind of hidden behind the Hermit card, but I've brought it onto the table anyway. Let's have a look at this Three of Swords. Okay, so you've got the World in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'll hold it up so you can have a little look. So it's in the reverse aspect. As you can see, we have moments of passion here symbolised by the red, and we have this moment of like sphinx-like energy, which is sort of statue-like energy. Okay, so that's when we're not really in the flow, and here we've got the snake, so the snake is in the flow. So we've got this circular movement of the energy turning around. So things will change. It's in the reverse aspect, so there may be some sort of a delay, but the change is definitely coming in. So it may not be a change that you want. That's what I'm feeling. This change, what's been brought about, perhaps is something that you didn't want. Let's have a look at the Four of Pentacles. But it looks like it's here anyway, so, oops. Okay, what have we got here? Oh, okay, definitely. Again, this is one with stickers on. End of a cycle. You've come through this whole cycle. You've experienced everything there is to experience in this cycle, and now you've come to the end of the cycle. So definitely you will be getting a new start. Okay. It's rather interesting that both the High Priestess and the person portrayed on the world are beautiful, elegant women. So, beautiful, elegant woman again. So, it does look like there's some energy here of a beautiful, elegant woman. It's just in passing. I thought I'd mention that. Let's have a look at the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a woman in this case, independent wealth, standing in her independent wealth. Okay, she has earned this money. She has a lot of self-respect. She is respected within the community. She knows what's important to her, and she will uphold her own standards. So she will be true to herself. She knows what she wants. She gets what she wants. She has a beautiful garden. She wears beautiful clothes. This is a beautiful, elegant woman. Again, we have a beautiful, elegant woman 4 times on the table. So I'm getting the feeling that this involves a beautiful, elegant woman. Let's have a look at this Five of Cups. Okay, Knight of Wands. So definitely under this wand energy where you're feeling very depleted, you've got this beautiful Ace of Wands coming in and Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands charging in. This is new energy, new creative energy, new sexual energy. This person, however, is moving fast. So they don't always stay the distance. So this could be a lover, just perhaps a new lover. But it's moving very fast towards you. So this moving towards this, it's under this whole area here of the wands and the regrets and the sadness. So perhaps this may be a little bit of a fling or just a quick romance. We're not quite sure, but probably not romance, more of a sexual romance. So we'll have a look. Let's have a look at strength. Definitely renewed enthusiasm anyway, so even if I take it down to its base level of enthusiasm and fertility and creativity, so you know there's this new energy coming in. Let's have a look at strength. One more. Okay, now you've got the victory card, so somehow you find success. It looks like you're lauded here. It does look like people appreciate the efforts that you've put in on the projects that you've created, and if these are work projects that you've created. As I said, this Nine of Wands, almost there. It does look like you receive some accolades for the efforts that you've put in, receiving some recognition for the efforts and work that you've put in. And as again, this may not be sexual energy. This could be just a new creative project. Perhaps you were despairing that you might never find another creative project. If this is, say, like, you know, if you were in the arts and you were not being commissioned to do some project that you've been working on a long time, it does look like something new is coming in towards you, and it does look like you will receive some recognition for that. Okay. Otherwise, this is just a victory card, and people may just recognise you know, everything that you've been through. They may give you credit that you've handled yourself well, perhaps during a divorce proceedings. Perhaps you've conducted yourself with dignity. Looks like you've gathered your strength, so that is rather a nice card. I'll have a look what's on the bottom of the deck. So, have a look what's on the bottom of the deck. I'll just show you first. Okay, so this is temperance, this is healing. So, this is a lovely card. So, that definitely is healing on the way. So, that is a beautiful energy coming towards you. So, healing will put things right. It does look like you do need to do this spiritual work on yourself. Perhaps reassess your spiritual values. See what's important to you. I do feel somehow that this has been a marriage breakdown, and it's perhaps upset. You know, here she's actually holding the Torah, but I'm feeling marriage certificate. It's almost like the marriage certificate. Perhaps when you made your vows, you were very committed to them and very devout in your dedication towards that marriage. And it hurts to break up this marriage. But anyway, look, it looks like it's coming to an end, and it does look like you're going to have to take some rest to recover. It does look like you've got healing here. You've got this beautiful woman here. You've got this woman here. You've got self-respect and dignity here, so this is beautiful energy as well. Self-respect and dignity are always wonderful. Once you've got self-respect and dignity, you will attract positive energy towards you. So that's, you know, once you've got this self-respect and dignity, that you exude that energy out towards the world, you will draw this beautiful energy towards you. So I'm going to leave it there. I think that's rather a lovely reading. I think you can take what you will from what I've made of the cards. You do have the Hermit twice, so it does look like you spend some time alone. But that's not a bad thing. You know, spending, particularly if you've had a long-standing relationship and a long-standing marriage, spending some time alone helps you to identify what it is you want and who you are in this world, because you do want to always end up to be this strong, independent person. Then you will attract the kind of energy that you deserve. And the Queen of Cups is lovely, so you know, there's no point in wasting your love on someone who's not reciprocating that energy and returning that beautiful love to you. So thank you very much for watching, Leo. I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. Bye for now.